Now, Bates is among more than a dozen state's attorneys across Maryland who spent years calling for revisions to the state's juvenile justice system. Now that those changes are here, we checked back in with those state's attorneys about whether they think the new laws will make an impact.
It is a widely shared concern.
For years, state's attorneys across Maryland.
I do not know a state's attorney out of the 24 of us that is not deeply concerned with the state of juvenile crime.
Have been among the loudest voices calling for juvenile justice reform.
Because we care about juveniles. We don't want them to reoffend.
Now, change has finally come in the form of new laws aimed at tackling juvenile crime and holding young people accountable. But will they make a difference?
I personally think they'll have minimal impact on public safety.
Frederick County State's Attorney Charlie Smith isn't holding out hope.
Primarily because all the policies in place right now are voluntarily therapeutic. They just make recommendations. There's really no teeth to them. There's no sanctions. There's no accountability. And I just don't see the the juveniles that are in the system volunteering their time to undertake these resources that DJS is pushing out.
Under the new law, kids between the ages of 10 and 12 years old can face charges for handgun violations, third-degree sex offenses, and aggravated animal abuse. And if a child under 13 steals a car for the first time, a child in need of supervision or SINS petition will be filed.
It just defies logic to think that filing a SINS petition is going to get these juveniles the resources they need. We're going to see juvenile crime continue to skyrocket. And unfortunately, they're going to get more and more violent. And they're going to wind up in the adult system, which is all what we want them not to do.
Howard County State's Attorney.
It's never perfect.
And President of the Maryland State's Attorneys Association, Rich Gibson, is more optimistic.
I believe there were measures designed to help us. That is the goal, and we will see how close we are to achieving that goal.
But he and several of his fellow state's attorneys, including Haven Shoemaker and Scott Schellenberger, agree only time will tell.
And I think it's going to have, at least at the outset, some incremental positive impacts on juvenile crime. I mean, I would have liked to have seen some things go farther.
I think it will give us a chance to bring in more cases, which means more juveniles will be exposed to getting probation and getting the help that they need, no matter what kind it is, and hopefully then that we won't have them keep reoffending.
The hope, they say, is more kids will be truly invested in and shaped at a young age, so their offices never see them as adults.
There needs to be a philosophical shift in the way in which we approach juvenile services, right? I feel as if the approach currently is to have the lightest touch possible and move them through as fast as possible. And I don't think that does a service to the youth, nor does it protect society. A new Juvenile Justice Reform Commission met for the first time last week and is slated to meet 5 more times in the next 12 months. The commission is slated to review issues within DJS facilities and the system as a whole. Their initial report is expected next October.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.